Hey guys, and welcome back to Boxmining. Today we got Anthony and Luke. They're making a decentralized exchange called Resistance. We know that decentralized exchanges are vital in crypto because centralized exchanges can get hacked and funds can get stolen, whilst with decentralized exchanges we actually keep our funds. So in this sponsored interview, we talk about why they're trying to make it, and also they also have a demo for us to show. So Anthony, what inspired you to make Resistance in the first place?
It's that centralized exchanges, they can be hacked and people lose their money, all right? So it's like, why isn't the decentralized exchanges actually work? So try to analyze and see what the problems actually is, because we're not the first decentralized exchange. So I was like, all right, why doesn't they work? I was like, all right, we saw some major things. One was actually liquidity. They don't have liquidity, and people just give things like this a chance. They try it. They try to do a trade, but there is no one in the other end willing to take that trade, and does it go through? They have to wait for a very long time. So we tackled that by having liquidity partners like Huobi. They give us 350 different trading pairs. Then other issues, it was some of them were really slow. So we tried to invent and make it faster than what we actually did with our instant swap technology. And then the other thing was that the exchanges I looked at, they were like built by geeks for geeks. They were built for people like me that love to sit in front of my computer all day and write code. But the general public should be able to use it in a very easy manner. And we try to make it as easy as possible so everybody can use it, but also have these advanced features so you can put in limit orders and things like that as well. Then we just built in a lot of other amazing things to it, like all these privacy features we have. So we have a lot of focus on privacy. So one is that you can put privacy to any coin you trade, even if the coin itself doesn't have privacy features from the beginning. Since we built it, it's easier for us just to show you everyone.
Sure. But
Luke, do you want to share a screen
Yeah.
and go through it?
Yeah, so we pack so many features into this application. So I'll just kind of give an overview first to make things more clear and then dive into some of the details.
Mhm.
So there are kind of two main parts to our project. We have our Resistance Decentralized Exchange, which is what we're looking at right now. This is kind of the overview pane of that. ResDex allows you to trade up to 95% of existing cryptocurrencies directly on the underlying blockchains using atomic swaps. You never have to give away your private keys to anybody else. You're always in control of your funds, and it allows you to do it quickly and privately.
right. So we have the DEX here. It actually looks to me like a wallet, right? So it looks like it's almost like a PC wallet, but it contains a bunch of coins, and then from there you can just directly swap your coins from basically like this wallet, basically, right?
Yeah, so you can
That's
go
correct.
to the account section and you can add whatever coin you want to have. And you can choose while you're adding it if you want to download the full node or if you want to point it to Electrum for a lighter version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can deposit to that account. So you can go back to the overview and yeah, you have a withdraw and a deposit.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just deposit real Bitcoin to this address,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can start to trade.
So when I deposit crypto to this wallet, it's essentially under my own control, right? So the private key
Exactly.
will be encrypted on my hard drive. So it's like a software wallet in that case, right?
Yeah, so you have a seed phrase that you have secret that you keep in cold storage, and you just keep that in a safe or somewhere completely separate. And then you have a password that you use to open up, to decrypt your portfolio, which decrypts that seed phrase. And even if your computer were to crash and die, you could always download ResDex again somewhere else, re-enter your seed phrase, and you'd be back at it and you'd have access to all your coins again.
Got it. And like if it's software wallet, sometimes you do have that problem where sometimes you have a lost hard drive. Can you use a ledger or any other hardware wallets and connect up to it to make it more secure as well?
So for our Resistance coin, yes, we have ledger support already built into the application. So that's one of our our goals and our roadmap, and we've already built the support for it.
Awesome. So right now, in terms of exchange, can you show us how the exchange works then in that case?
So yeah, I'll show you how we're saving crypto right here. So we have I've got some Litecoin in this wallet, and I've got some Nexo, which is an ERC20 token. Like I said, you're able to go cross blockchain between lots of different coins, and you can go from Bitcoin forks to ERC20 Ethereum based coins and tokens. So if you go to this buy sell tab, we make it extremely easy. I want to send some Litecoin. I want to receive some Nexo. I put in the max amount of Litecoin that I'm interested in trading. And I also have this option to select enhance privacy. And if I select this option, it will then do the trade through our own resistance coin in the middle, which allows for additional privacy. So that's an additional feature.
Okay, so let's break this down. So this is an exchange. So it doesn't have to be ERC20 because we've seen some wallets with integrated ERC20 support, but this is like supporting multiple different coins. So you have Litecoin going to Nexo, and then you have this option for enhanced privacy. So what happens without enhanced privacy? So can you tell us what happens in both the cases?
Sure. So without enhanced privacy, so right now without the box checked, it's going to do the trade directly between Litecoin and Nexo. So it's going to perform the swap on just the Litecoin and the Nexo, which is really the underlying Ethereum chain. So it's just going to perform the swap on those chains. And because Litecoin and Nexo are not privacy coins, their transactions are visible on the blockchain. So when you perform this swap, even though somebody might not know your address and might not be able to link it to you, there's still a history there on the blockchain for these transactions. So what we do is we allow you to enable enhanced privacy, which instead of trading directly between these two coins, first trades to our resistance coin in the middle. And then it goes through something that we call our privatizer, which takes the resistance that you traded and basically erases its history and gives you a fresh new coin that is then traded for the final goal, which in this case is Nexo. So it allows you to break the link between these two chains and have additional privacy during your trades.
So this is really actually quite cool. So the fact that you don't have to use ERC20 means, and you can cross-chain. So this is essentially using a cross-chain atomic swap technology. This is something that we talked about a lot last year, and you're finally deploying it into an actual full-on product. And then you have enhanced privacy. Because cross-chain atomic swaps, you can trace where these coins go. So you can see, all right, so if the Litecoin goes to Nexo, you can trace that Litecoin wallet and you can see the swap happening. They can continue to trace that person, which is highly undesirable in the cryptocurrency space. You technically really don't want to be tracked, every transaction logged. So by enhancing your privacy, you go through your privacy coin, which kind of hides pretty much everything that's happening.
That's
swap.
Exactly right.
Right.
Yep. Right. So once everything's set up the way I want, I just hit exchange. And it's going to look on our own peer-to-peer network. We have our own decentralized peer-to-peer network. And it's going to look through that. As you can see, if we go over to this orders pane, you can see the swap that we started in progress. And if we click on this swap here, we can see each stage of the atomic swap process. And this is really cool. So this is really kind of showing you the entire secure process that you're going through. It's showing you your fee, your deposit, their deposit, my payment, and their spend. And after this last their spend step, this reveals the information that you need to claim your coin and spend your side of the trades to receive, in this case, the Nexo. So this allows you to go through this atomic swap process and know that you're going to securely receive your coins, and that somebody's not going to be able to take them from you. So it's very satisfying to watch each stage of the swap process and know that you're secure each step of the way.
All right, so now it's my time to show a video. So last year I actually made a video about how cross-chain atomic swaps work, hiding secret numbers and hashes in there. So I'll put a link up there about how this process works so that you can follow this. to see this going on. But it's good to see this in progress and having a DEX. So in terms of the fee, so I see right now on the bottom there's a DEX fee. So
Yes.
how it's not very clear on my screen. How much is that? Is it 0.15%?
Yeah, 0.15%.
Yes, it's your yes.
Nice.
And
That's
it's paid by the person buying. The seller never pays any fee.
so it's take your fee. All right, take your fee.
Yeah,
all right,
exactly.
got it.
Yeah,
Cool.
and so this encourages people to provide liquidity to the exchange on their own. So by when they're the liquidity provider, when they're the maker, they're not paying a DEX fee. So it gives them a better opportunity to trade without having to pay those fees.
Cool. Okay, so we just finished the transaction. That's finished. Can you show us a Nexo right now?
Sure. So if I come back over to the assets pane here, you can scroll down, and the Nexo comes right into this portion of the wallet right here. So after the swap is done, comes right in here, and now you've got Nexo. You can do whatever you want with. There's no withdrawal limits because obviously they're your own funds, so it's very flexible. Makes it really easy to manage your coins all in one place.
Right. So technically, it's like it's your own key. The key is on your own computer. But if you're worried that it's a software wallet, there might be hackers hacking, you can always move it on to somewhere else, which is more secure. And that has no limits. It's not like a centralized exchange where they can change the limits on you every day. Hey, it's 50 Bitcoin. Now it's 3 Bitcoin. Now it's 0.5 Bitcoin. Basically, that's a huge problem with solvency. Yeah. Right.
And we also did this trade through Tor because if a hacker has your IP number, then they can possibly send exploits to your computer and hack your computer and steal your money. If we mask your IP with Tor, we add some extra layer of security.
Because usually we saw Tor to hide IP addresses, and that's because you don't want that send transaction to be coming from your IP. But what you're saying is it also protects you from hackers, because the moment you start doing these transactions and it's announced in the network, you can potentially expose your IP, and hackers will know, hey, look, this guy has crypto, so let me send over an attack to try to hack this guy for the crypto, right?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Of course, our aim must always be to protect the users, especially if they are holding their own cryptocurrency within their own machine.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. So you have that. So right now you have the Tor network integrated, and you also have a very cool button right next to it, which is enable mining. So can you tell me what that is about? That looks really damn awesome.
This is so great. I love this. You hit this button, and now I'm earning resistance coins. It's so easy. You can see my CPU hopped up here quite a bit as it starts mining the coins. So you can see it's in action. But it's so easy to mine coins. You hit this button, and if you go to the home tab within a few minutes, you'll start to see mine coins showing up in your transaction history.
So it's going back to the days of CPU mining, right? So just basically download the wallet, download the exchange rather, and then just push that slider and you're mining. So can you tell me like a little bit about what's this coin? So we saw that you guys designed it as a way to enable privacy. Can you tell me a little bit more about the design philosophy behind this and what this coin is for?
Yeah, absolutely. So like you said, privacy is at the forefront of our coin. We allow people to perform different types of transactions. So you can either do private transactions or transparent transactions. And so by clicking this button, you can enable private transactions, which use encryption and a technology called ZK snarks to transfer resistance coins back and forth to other resistance users without exposing any of that information about the transaction on the blockchain. So normally when you perform a transaction with, say, Bitcoin, somebody might not know what address you're using. So it might not be quickly obvious that you're not being private on the blockchain. But if you look into it more, if you're able to link an address to a specific person, then all of a sudden you can look through all their past transactions and you can start associating all kinds of things with them, and you can tell what they've purchased and all kinds of things that people don't want. So by using private transactions, you can send coins to any other resistance address, and it will add this encryption and privacy in the middle where you don't have to worry about any of that information being exposed to the blockchain. So it's all private. You can't see the amount that's sent. You can't see any of the addresses involved. It's all hidden.
So you said ZK snarks before. So what technology is it based on? Is it similar to Zcash then in that case?
Yeah, so
yeah,
it's
but
similar
it's
to
so
Zcash.
much different anyway. It's completely different parameters. It's our own hashing algorithm built by Alexander in our team. So we use the yes power hashing algorithm, and our aim is to make it ASIC resistant. So you always have a better hash rate when you try to mine it with the CPU than try to mine it with the GPU, the graphical card. And FPGAs and ASICs will not be worth building for something like this, because in the end, you're just going to compete with a regular commodity CPU, and the research development cost just doesn't add up. So it's much, much faster than Zcash, around 4 times faster. So the reward splitting makes it not giving 100% of the block rewards to the miner. We are actually splitting it. So we give a portion to the miner, 30%. Then we have proof of research, and we also have masternodes. So people can stake. So we have proof of stake, and 10% will always go to research and development. We're gonna show you all this right away. So Luke, you can.
Yeah, so you can see down here, I've got Tor enabled like I had before. And if you look at, I'll just send some coins to my own address so we can see the balances change. But you can see here, this address has about 173 resistance coins in it. If I copy this address and then I go over to the send currency tab, I can select an address I want to send from. So I'll pick a different address. I'll pick this one. I select where I want to send it to. I'll send it to this address, and I'll select, say, 10 resistance. And hit the send button, and it broadcasts the transaction to the network. And as you can see, it succeeds right away. Even with Tor enabled, it doesn't add really any time to the transaction. And you can see here now it's at 183. So very quickly goes through Tor, broadcasts the network very fast.
And how long is the confirmation time?
It's 2 minutes.
Okay. So it's 2. Oh, right there. Oh,
so in fact, it already confirmed in this case. So
wow, that's fast.
Quick. Yeah.
You have an overview in the home tab, and if you don't have Bitcoin, we have a third-party integration with Simplex, where you can buy it with Visa or MasterCard.
That's so crazy. I mean, just to see this. I mean, like 2 years ago in crypto, like none of this was exist. You know, like this is this is the stuff we needed in the last bull run. Like more people, like more entry points. People are actually storing it onto their own wallets that they control instead of exchanges, so they don't have to learn the hard way, right? Like I think it's a pretty amazing that we've jumped so far, that we have these cross-chain atomic swaps working, that we have easy ways to buy crypto, the fact that we have this extra liquidity in a DEX, it's pretty insane.
Yeah, not to mention Anthony has spent so much time working with me and our designers to make this interface so easy to use and just so desirable. I mean, every time I open this interface, I'm so excited to use it. It's so clean. It works so well. It's beautiful. It's awesome. It's really cool.
Nice.
So that's an awesome
it
part
is.
of it.
It actually it probably did take a long time to just design this, because like we seen decentralized exchanges, like I mean, I'm sure you guys used IDEX before. It's Fork Delta, guys. It's like, wow, how do you even use this? Like, there is a reason why only 200 people use that exchange per hour.
And the main thing is that is actually a website. You need to use that website. If the website goes down, you cannot use IDEX anymore. This one is an app, so it's like for peer-to-peer.
So you guys were talking about when you're mining, 35% actually goes to proof of research. What sort of research
goes to proof of research? If you open up your Boeing client.
Yeah, as you can see, this is the Boeing client. So as you can see, I'm researching on lots of different kind of world-saving projects here. And in fact, I've been running this the entire time we've been going through this demo. And not only are you contributing your resources in the background to do this, but you're going to be rewarded for it as well. If you come to this ResPool.io site, this is actually a website that we've created that pays out the rewards for your contributions. And if I go to my ResTest account here, you can see I'm actually owed a couple of resistance right now. And that's because I've been contributing. And over time, you can see my contributions here.
Yeah, so going back to the basics. So this is these research ideas are from universities who need the extra computational power. So if you need to calculate something for either cancer research, to calculate the shape of a certain protein or to find a certain protein binding site, basically you would tap into a whole network of computers to do simultaneous contractions. Usually this is done for free, right? So usually people just run this for free on the background. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to give some rewards in form of resistance to this pool of people. So cool. So it's kind of your way of giving back. So your way of giving back to the community, to the greater community at large, right? Not just the crypto community, but to everyone who calculates this. Cool.
Yeah, and
so
it brings more people to our community as well.
Right.
It's an alternative way to earn coins.
And the masternodes also allow for us to do really cool things like governance, allowing the community to really get involved and have a say in the future of the coin, and to make sure that good ideas get lifted up and people are able to add the great ideas in the future to this coin, and make sure that this continues to evolve.
Awesome. So the Masternode Network is basically kind of for governance and does it do any particular functions on the network as well?
Yeah, so we actually had instant swap enabled earlier when we performed the Mona and Digibyte trade, and you saw it finished in less than a minute.
Mm-hmm.
The instant swap feature, this allows you to stake a certain amount of resistance. So you deposit some resistance into a special address that gets held by the Masternode network. And then you're able to trade up to a certain amount that's less than the equivalent amount of resistance that you've deposited instantly. So it acts as a collateral, so you don't have to wait on the block time. So in the case of Bitcoin, the block time is 10 minutes. During an atomic swap, it can take quite a while because you have to wait 10 minutes for each side to do their part.
Got it. So here you want to stake more, so you can allow more instant swap transactions to happen. So if you need that crypto and you don't want to wait, like maybe even like Bitcoin might even take an hour. So if you don't want to wait an hour, it's basically boom boom swap, and then once the actual swap is complete, it gets unlocked. So you just basically get everything a little bit faster, basically.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Yep. Awesome. So right now, what's the stage of the project? So when are you looking to launch the project?
So we recently opened up the sale. So once we have the sale, so we can afford to pay for exchanges listing for our own coin and market makers and marketing and things like that, we will go public with it.
Awesome. So it's pending the sale, and then afterwards we can all use this, and it will be released, and the software is already. Is it Windows and Mac or support Linux?
And
support?
Linux.
Yeah,
all three
in graphical way.
Yep.
So even Linux in graphical way.
I think that was a pretty good demo. So a lot of working products. Definitely hit me up, guys, when you guys have the beta up, and tell me, update me on the progress of this decentralized exchange.
Yeah, sure thing.
Cool.
Absolutely.
So what's the best way to keep up with you guys?
So we have a Telegram channel that's a bit active. We also have our limited edition ledger wallets. You can go in and win. You have the link in the Telegram. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Are they Ledger Nano S or X? Oh wow, that looks pretty cool.
Ledger Nano S. Yeah.
nice. Nice. I got this one here. I've been playing around with the one. Nice.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Awesome, man. Yeah, so if you guys want to check it out, check out the Telegram. I'd like to thank you guys both, Luke and Anthony, for coming on this channel. Definitely keep me up to date on this project.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and thanks for everything.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.